Yes. So, welcome everyone. We are live on Facebook. And thank you, Jasmine, for creating this opportunity once again for all the women from the Women's Forum group. And I invite all of you. This is our second meeting, and it's a monthly series. And we are having conversations that empower women around the world. And we have some amazing lineup of speakers today. So, those of you who are watching us live or on the replay or inside the Zoom room, I'm Ranjini Sanjay. I'm a branding and launch strategist. And this is another community I have created as an extension of my own community, where the agenda is just to have conversations that can empower women globally. So every month we come up with a new topic to speak. We celebrated Women's Day last month, and today's topic is financial planning. And how is it important for women to have the power of having money in their life? So we have amazing speakers to share and Jasmine to co-host this show. So welcome, Jasmine. Over to you.
Hi, Ranjini ma'am. First of all, thank you for this great opportunity and a warm welcome all our speakers. And today we have a keynote speaker, Harsha. So let's welcome Harsha ji. Please, over to you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Ranjini, for hosting this platform for all the women. And this is my, great pleasure to be here, sharing whatever I know about the world of financial planning and financial literacy and how important it is for women. Yes.
So, ma'am, please tell us something about yourself, little bit brief, so that people would connect with you.
Okay. So I'm an author of 2 books, and so the 2 books which I published on the subject of financial literacy is, one of the book is this, which is Wealthy Inside, Wealthy Outside. And this was something which was my dream book, I would say. And it got published in the year 2018. And after that, when we had lockdown in the year 2020, I published this another book, which is a small book. It's like one can read it in 1 hour. And this book is How to Get Rich This Year, which is, the title is really, interesting. It's like, if you want to get rich within a year, the book has a lot of nuggets. And especially because I wrote this as my second book. So I had gone through a lot of learning process of, putting together in a very concise manner. And the good news is, very soon I'm going to be publishing both these books in Hindi. So it's like for most of the people, so that I noticed that, especially North India. And this is one of my, again, a dream to publish in Hindi, because my mother was a Hindi honors graduate. And I always want to publish something in memory of my mom in Hindi. So that's my reason that I want to publish it in Hindi too. So
that's really lovely, ma'am. Seriously, it's good to hear. And I guess I will be the first person who is going to order these books after the session.
Sure, both of these are available on Amazon. You can just get it. It's available on Kindle too, if you like to read on Kindle.
At least we get some advantage of this live session. We should need a author signed book. I hope everybody would be agree with on this part.
Okay.
Okay, that's jokes apart. Let's go to our main agenda. So, ma'am, why do you think कि women को अपने जो finances है वो खुद से control करने चाहिए? What's your opinion about this thing? Because that is today's agenda.
Got that, Jasmine. So, Jasmine, the query which is like कि women अपने finances को खुद control करे, तो शायद जो शब्द control है, मैं उससे सहमत नहीं हूँ. परंतु मैं ये जरूर कहूंगी कि विमेन अपने फाइनेंसेस के लिए इंडिपेंडेंट हो, क्योंकि किसी भी चीज को आप कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो वो उतनी ही आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल चलेगी. सो आप नहीं चाहते कि कुछ भी ऐसा हो. सो मेरी ये डेफिनेटली एक रिक्वेस्ट रहेगी, ये एनकरेजमेंट रहती है फॉर ऑल द विमेन that be financially independent, be financially literate, be a partner in finances with your family. So, and I see this way because, and I have a huge credit to all the men in my life, my brothers, my father, all my uncles, and all the women too, like my mom. She was my biggest inspiration to be somebody who is like to make me financially literate, to make me financially independent. Without any of their support, I wouldn't have been really talking about it or doing anything like this in my life. So my encouragement to all women, be financially independent. And why? We have number of women listening to this uh, live right now. I'm sure all of you would agree to that. You might be financially independent today, or you might not be, or you might be earning something which is probably giving you some independence. You don't have to run for every small thing to your the men in the family. So it does give you freedom. So that's the number one reason why you want to be financially independent, to have your freedom. And the other thing is it gives you confidence. The whatever way you are today, when you become financially independent, you will notice your worth for yourself, your confidence for yourself goes to the next level. And you will see, the proud your father, the mother, your family is really proud of you, and you want them to be proud of you. So that's like, it's like why you want to be financially independent, not for any other reason that, oh, I have my money and I don't want somebody else's money. It's not for that reason at all, but for your own self-confidence, but for your own self-worth, like any other human being. That's your birthright, to be living with confidence, with having a value and worth for yourself. Yeah. So that's like at the source level. And then many other reasons for women to be financially independent. Why would I just encourage, even in my dreams, I will encourage women to be financially independent. Why? Because this country can progress if you are financially literate and independent. If you want your family to progress, if you want your country to progress, you be the one, you be financially independent. So that's it. So
That's so lovely.
that's my
Seriously. I just want to know, understand from other speakers कि वो इस चीज पे क्या कहना चाहते हैं. Rekha ji, Lakshmi ji, what is your opinion on this thing? Harsha ji के इस topic पे, what do you think? It's right? And how much you are agree with this point? कि women को खुद के ऊपर agree होना चाहिए, independent होना चाहिए financials के लिए. And yes, you have corrected us very right, in right manner कि हमें वो नहीं कहना चाहिए control our finances. We should tell, okay, we will be independent, right? Financially independence. So that's really, I guess, मेरे लिए तो एक add-on value है आज के session की while hosting these things. So now my question is, as you are author and money breakthrough coach, so please मुझे ये बताइए हम अपना relationship money के साथ कैसे improve कर सकते हैं? What is your suggestion on this part?
So Jasmine, I'm really happy that you could see that there's a difference in control and being literate and partnering with your family on the financial matters. Yeah. And, as you were inviting other speakers to share their views, so let's hear some of those views and then we'll move to the relationship with money conversation. So let's have whoever,
Exactly.
Okay.
So, I totally agree with Harsha. She is the authority in this domain as a money breakthrough coach. And being a woman, I would say being a human being, not just woman. Money is important for us. Even if we, take one step outside our home, we need money. We want to breathe clean air, we need money. We want to walk, we need money. We need clothes, we need everything, each and everything. So everything is related to somewhere money. And it's just not about women or men, it's about each and every human being, which I believe. And I totally agree with Harsha on her point of, not a control factor in your life, but managing factor, you could say. And if I would like to share my aspect on the money factor, being financially independent, we always say financially independent. Why we say? Because it gives you a lot of independence to take your own decisions. If you have money, you can manage your own money. You don't need to ask anyone what you're going to do with your money if you can manage it. And that's the real power. Thank you.
I guess that's a great share, Rekha ji. And thank you for your inputs. I hope, Harsha ji, that's like you are also quite agree to the Rekha's point, right?
Yes, for sure. Thank you, Rekha.
Anybody else like to add on something? Lakshmi ma'am, are you mute? You're on mute.
Yeah, I would like to add a point on Harsha's point. She's really true that every woman should be financially independent, and that may lead to the financial freedom. See, at any age, at any point of age, you need that financial freedom to take decisions. I compare this financial freedom with, जैसे कि उन्होंने बोला ना, self confidence आपका improve होता है, self image also is growing in the society. And जैसे you plant a garden, in that garden there are a lot of seeds you plant, and the seeds grow like a plant, and then you use the fruits or vegetables or flowers, whatever it is. How much happiness we get through that. That is like when we are earning month on month, when you get a salary or package or whatever the form of you are earning, no, it really, absolutely, it boosts your confidence from within. So we are growing within when we start earning. Women, especially women, I'm talking about today's housewives or whoever business woman. A lot of people are nowadays, I am seeing, because I am into a business, I am seeing people who are growing, or I make them empower that you have to grow, you have to be independent with the finance matter in your family. Yes, thank you, Harsha. It's really great that you have written 2 books. Yeah, I'm going to buy that books after this show.
Thank you.
I'm going
Thank
to order in that. Good.
That's so lovely. I guess Ranjini ma'am wants to say something. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add, like, no, when you have money, you have choices. So that's no, that's why I know it is important, like, and for anybody for that matter, and especially for women, when you have choices, you have that growth in life, that you can live a life of your choices. So that's it. Thank you.
Harsh, before we will like start with the Harsha ma'am, मेरे को भी एक story छोटी सी add on करनी है, शायद users connect कर सके उसके साथ. I saw my granny like dependent upon her children and everything. So I thought कि मेरे अपने mother को independent करूँगी. So I was trying my level best, and she is working as well. So I started managing her finance. Or whenever I taught her, na, tell her कि like, okay mom, go and learn about new things. She said मुझे नहीं आता. But from that point of time, I said कि मेरे को तो ये चीज सीखनी है, because I want to be independent. How I can manage my finances? How can I learn stock market, other stuff? So that's really important for us. So I guess everybody should learn, because आपको किसी के ऊपर old age में जाके depend नहीं होना पड़ेगा. That's the plus point. So that's all from my side. And please, Harsha ma'am, continue with your thing.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, everyone, for adding your piece of pearls to the whole conversation. So, one more thing I want to share with all the speakers, as Jasmine, you were saying that kisi pe financially dependent nahi hona padega. And Ranjini, you mentioned about you will have a choice, for everything you need money. Like even Rekha mentioned, the moment you step out of the house, you need money, right? So what I would further encourage all the women, there are many areas of expertise within money. Like Jasmine mentioned, stock market. I'm not saying become an expert of stock market right away. No, you need not. However, you can be an expert in managing your households, or maybe just the way you manage your savings, or the way you manage your monthly expense sheet of money. So, and you could be maybe really good in earnings. So all these different dimensions of money, maybe you can go with earning, maybe you go with good, smart saver, a good, smart management of your expenses, and then maybe investments as well, which is like a, 4th dimension, I would say. However, do one of it for sure. If as of today, while listening to this live, you notice that you are somebody who is not doing anything around money. You are completely dependent on the men in the family for earnings, for managing the savings, for managing the budgeting of the households, and for investments. Then pick any one out of the four. So in fact, if our users are listening us live, they can, somewhere, if there a chat section or message section, type in the chat box or in the message section, out of the four categories, which categories you are actively engaged in as far as your day-to-day finances are concerned. I'll repeat the four categories. Are you involved with money as far as earning of it? Are you involved with money as far as the savings of it? Or are you involved about the budgeting and the expense side of it, or the investment side of it? I would rate the investment side as really higher, because it's like becoming a smart investor calls in for a different sets of skills with money. So let's see, it's like, Jasmine, if you can read the replies of our people who are listening to this slide. So I would love to hear some of the answers.
Okay, before we will start getting messages from user, I will be like, want to be a category of investor.
Okay, that's what you want to be. So the question is, where are you right now? Let's see, what is the reality?
I'm at the investor. I'm at the investor side. I'm doing investing money into different areas, and I started learning into all this part, stock market, SIP, mutual funds, even FDs, RDs, how they are involved, everything. I'm doing it right now.
Awesome. Super. And there's a funny side of investments. You could be investing your money, or you could be investing your family's money. So so just look for that too.
Actually, we are getting messages like earning, saving, budgeting, investments. So people are there who are into different categories. I guess that's nice. Everybody has their own things.
Beautiful. And while you're checking this, then you can look at, oh, I'm really good. Currently, I manage my budgeting and expenses very nicely. Let me become somebody who earns as well. So you can choose your role around money. That's what, you have a choice. You're just not a spender, otherwise, typically, there's a saying for women are just shopaholics. Yes or no? We've all heard that. If you like that tag and you enjoy that tag all the more, by creating a new role of earning money. So
that's true, and even I agree with you कि like जब हम लोग like when I was earning, तो मैं हमेशा ये सोचती थी how do I invest my money wisely. तो वो चीजें कनेक्शन जरूर बनाता है, and gradually you start learning. तो even though मेरे friends जो investment में हैं, they got shocked. अरे यार तू कैसे different piece निकल आई? Because other girls always talk about saving and budgeting, and I always talk about investment. Guys, मुझे बताओ ये आप stock market कैसे करते हो? How कौन सा म्यूचुअल फंड अच्छा है, किसमें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, कितने सिप लगानी चाहिए. So these all questions made me stand out in between the crowd. You can say कि crowd के बीच में से एक हट के अपनी अलग पहचान बनाना. So that's really lovely sharing again. Harsha ma'am, you are on mute if you are saying something.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. I'm just listening what you were sharing, Jasmine. Yeah, that's interesting. This is how, when you define your role around money, out of these four, you actually started your journey of being a financial independent. So that's like, I'm giving you, 4 milestones in this journey. You can pick which is the one, and there's no sequence to it. You can pick anyone. You can start anywhere.
Right. So before we move to another speaker, so आपको एक ऐसा tip देना चाहते हो how the people would like do invest money or save money in future? What is your tip for them, for our audience?
Okay, so there is no tip. There is just no tip. The only thing, the message I would want all the women who are listening to this is create a new relationship with money. And just see what is your current relationship with money. If you see that it's hard, it's the need, then it's like somewhere the relationship of need and efforts. So change this to something of lovely and graceful. Is like your relationship with money is that of lovely, graceful. It's like, you might have a relationship with beauty products. It's like, doing your makeup and dressing up, you enjoy doing that. So how about having that kind of a relationship with money? The different roles you take around money. Oh, earning money is like the most beautiful experience I enjoy. So that's what I would leave, a thought that establish a relationship of love and joy with money. That's it.
That's amazing, seriously amazing. And guys, अगर कोई भी मैम के साथ जुड़ना चाहता है, मैम से कोचिंग लेना चाहता है कि like how we can become an independent or how we can get the abundance for in terms of money, so please do contact us. I'm sharing the details soon in a chat box, so please do wait till that time. And thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Stay with us. We are moving to our next speaker. Kindly welcome Rekha Nagar. Hello, Rekha ji. You are there?
Yes, I'm there, Jasmine. Thank you.
So lovely to have you back.
Yes.
So I know आपका introduction हो चुका है, but for the again, please audience नहीं आ रहे, please give you a brief what you do and how your relationship with money.
I'm a trainer. I have more than 12 years experience into training domain. This is Rekha Nagar, and now I am a leadership coach. I train leaders. I serve leaders with my Make It Happen framework. Now, I would also like to share about, as Harsha shared, I got the idea, okay, I could also share my book with you. So I am a co-author of Beyond the Limits. It's a co-authored book. I have written one chapter in this book. So it's going to be published in the next 1 month. So if you want, you can take a copy. I have quoted my leadership journey in one chapter. So coming back to, the finance part. I would like to add something different into this conversation of finance. When we think about finance, we always think about money. But we also need to think about how can we increase our earnings? Because if we can increase our earnings, obviously your budgeting would be, in a proper shape. Then you could also invest, obviously saving, then investing. So as a leadership coach, I would say, if you could invest on yourself, on your skills, that is the best investment you can do. Yes, money has its own investment criteria, but your self-investment is the best investment in you. And this is the piece of advice from a leadership coach you could get. And why women should take care of finances? I'll take my example again. It gives me a lot of courage, fearlessness to handle my money, because I am the authority of deciding what I want to do with my money, what I am earning. So at the end of the day, I could decide what I want to save, what I want to invest on, what I want to do the budgeting on, plus the things I want to splurge on. There are some days we want to do shopping. We want to take care of ourselves, and we just want to enjoy our life. So there are some days. So for that, I truly believe you're earning as a woman. Earning as a woman and having power with money are two different concepts. There can be a possibility you are earning, but you are not having power with your money. So I'm giving you a question to the live viewers who are listening to me. Think about this. As a woman, are you earning? Okay, fine. Are you also having power to invest, power to save, power to take decisions regarding your money? So I would ask my viewers, please think around these two things. If both the things are in your hand, well and fine, you're on the right track. But if you don't have that power of deciding where you want to invest, how you want to save it, where you want to, splurge it, please think around this. This is really important, to be independent and to be fearless in your life as a woman. And, India is growing leaps and bounds. And the next, decade is going to be the India's decade of growth. And if women are not going to participate or not going to give their participation into this economy of next decade, we will be left behind. And if you go by the data of finance, the countries where women are the earning members, the percentage is, at a greater stage. These countries grow at a larger scale. And if as India, we want to grow, as a woman, we have to take care of our finances. First by earning, then saving, then maybe managing your budgeting, and at the end of the day, your finances in terms of your investments. And women, I've seen one pattern in women life as, they know everything, how to earn it, how to save it. But investing part, they're not taking care of. What they do is they give their portfolio to their brother, to their, husband, and or maybe father, and they are sorted. वो संभाल लेंगे, मैं इनमें नहीं पढ़ना चाहती, बहुत सर दर्द का काम है, तो this I want to give to the male part of the family, right? But here, it's your money. Take care of the finances. Because money has attached goals to it. And those goals are your goals. So please do, increase your knowledge around the investment part. I do my own investment. I don't depend on anyone. So I try my level best to, invest my money wherever possible. Thank you.
I guess it's a great perspective, and your message is really clear and loud to the women over here. कि guys सिर्फ हमें earn नहीं करना, save नहीं करना, हमें investment करना भी सीखना है. So that's really lovely. आपको investment करनी सीखनी है तो आप हर्षा जी से contact कर सकते हो, and आपको inspire होना है कि मैं अपनी life को कैसे lead कर सकती हूँ तो रेखा को contact कर सकते हो. I guess that's a good combination you have in this era. So thank you, Rekha ji, and it's really great thing to have you on board again. So before you leave, I just want to ask other speakers, would you like to add something over here on Rekha's perspective?
So I think there is one point that was wonderful, Rekha, thank you so much for encouraging all the listeners today. One more thing I will say, why as women, you definitely want to be creating a role around money, because by doing that, you will actually appreciate what it takes to earn money when men go out and earn and come back home. How many of us as women do actually appreciate this? This question might sound like, oh, really? But I'm a woman and I've grown up in a big joint family, whereby it's mostly men who are earning. And I notice, as women, you've not been on the other side of the table. As women, we really appreciate what it takes to earn. And we can actually have a poll from all the listeners right now. Is like, do we really appreciate, or we just at the end of the month sit and say, okay, it's month end, give me money. And then we are actually demeaning our own self-worth, by not really understanding what it takes to earn, the world out there, it takes something. I'm sure all the women who are earning really understand and appreciate men better. So it's so important that when you empower yourself, you go there, you will have a wonderful relationship with your men too. So that's another encouragement. Go and start earning. Thank you.
I guess it's a vice versa game we are giving. Last time we have a Vikrant sir and Muskan ma'am who are doing the same thing. Now you are doing this thing. You are also encouraging that कहते हैं ना हर woman के पीछे भी एक man है. So even आपने भी आज वही चीज बोली है कि like we should appreciate men because they are really doing a hard work for us and for our family. क्योंकि women से तो ये चीज expect की जाती है, कोई नहीं यार तूने कौन सा घर चलाना है, तू तो अपनी मर्जी के लिए कर रही है. That's your wish, your choice, you are doing it. But actual responsibility आज भी कहीं ना कहीं men पे है. So I guess it's a right time to break this ice and women should also contribute. 50-50% होना चाहिए. जब हम ये बोलते हैं कि women should go around with men, तो ये चीजें जिम्मेदारी भी दोनों का हाथ है.
Yes,
so I guess thanks.
Definitely, Jasmine. And then it's very, very important that when you go and do this, so you will definitely get men perspective and the perspective of what it takes to earn And then it's your responsibility to balance it. It should not be like when you go out and earn, then you were like, oh, I'm not doing anything else now because I went out to earn money. So that would actually take the relationship on the other side. You don't want to do that. So that's where, a really financially independent and well-rounded woman is somebody who would get the perspective, the world of the money, and the perspective to manage the house too. So that's what I'm encouraging overall. Thank you.
That's great. So thank you, Harsha ji and Rekha ji, for sharing your perspective. And it's really great to hear from both of you. So let's welcome Dr. Yogita. Dr. Yogita, can we have... Hello, Dr. Yogita, आप हो यहाँ पे? Okay.
Yes, she's there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So I'm Dr. Yogita Sharma, certified transformational coach and counselor from Jaipur, Rajasthan. I began my journey, before 2 years in this leadership. And thanks Jasmine and Ranjini ji to invite me here to this wonderful, platform for financial independence for women. So, I just think that everyone should be financially literate, not just women, right? So each one aware for this thing. So a money mindset is your belief, your attitude towards money. Right? So it influences your decisions about saving, spending, and managing money. So how you spend, how you manage the money, how you take decision to, saving for the savings. So Ishwar Dutt asked the question in the chat box that how he have, he save his family and himself. So you just start thinking about it, that, in which area you, started saving, in which area you spend your money. Budgeting is important. So how you manage your money, that is important, right? So I think, I hope I make sense. So everyone has a complex relationship when it comes to money, right? So each and everyone is different, and they have that different perspective with the money, relationship with the money. So how you acquire, you spend and manage your money largely due to 2 factors, I think. So the nurturing you received during childhood about money and values, and the way you organized this information in your mind. So that 2 factors are influence in your life. So हम जब छोटे होते हैं ना, तो बहुत सारा bombardment childhood, जब हम toddler होते हैं तभी से हमारे बहुत सारे messages मनी के बारे में, ज्यादा नहीं खर्च करना है, ऐसा नहीं करना है. We are just limit so many times कि अरे तुमको इतना क्यों करना है इस पे, नहीं इस एरिया में ज्यादा नहीं करना है. हम बड़ों को भी बात करते सुनते हैं कभी कभी. So कि वो bombarding जो हमारे mind पे होती है ना उस toddler age में till the adult age, वो bombardment हम अपना perspective create करते हैं कि कैसे मनी को ये मैनेज कर रहे हैं, कहाँ खर्च कर रहे हैं. तो बहुत, जैसे कि मैं अपने एनवायरमेंट में देखती हूँ, my child also, कि money is not a thing of value. They are not valuing because easily provided है ना, हर एरिया में easily provide कर रहे हैं उनको. बट वही मनी उन लोगों के लिए जिनको easily provide नहीं होती ना, उनके लिए वैल्यू करती है. They are have their own savings. So वो इम्पोर्टेंट है कि माइंडसेट क्या है हमारा, मनी के साथ माइंडसेट का क्या रिलेशन मैटर हमने जो क्रिएट किया है वो कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे लिए, वो चीज मैटर करती है. सो वो माइंडसेट अगर क्रिएट हो चुका है तो उसको चेंज करना है, बिकॉज आई थिंक कि सबको चेंज करना चाहिए. मनी इज कि वी आर पुटिंग आवर एनर्जी टू अर्न मनी, राइट? So our energy is so important, our time is so important, everything is so important. So then why we spend money without thinking? So and I'm just pinpoint here that कि women जब खर्च करने पे आती है ना, तो बस जब ये 1 साड़ी 2 साड़ी 3 कपड़े 4 कपड़े पता नहीं चलता, मॉल में जाते हैं तो धड़ाधड़ शॉपिंग होती है. जस्ट अवेयर. सो मैं भी कभी ऐसी थी, बट मैंने जब अपना माइंड मेरे मनी के साथ रिलेशनशिप सेट किया तो मुझे लगा कि नहीं, आई एम बजटिंग माई सेल्फ. इतना मनी, इतना सफिशिएंट अमाउंट इज इनफ फॉर द शॉपिंग, इतना sufficient amount is enough for something else, and I just budgeting and for all the things, because I'm manager of my house. I'm house maker also. सो मेरे घर को अच्छे से बजटिंग करूंगी तो सारी चीजें अच्छे से होंगी, मेरे बच्चों के लाइफ में वो वैल्यू क्रिएट कर पाऊंगी कि हाँ हमें बजट करना चाहिए, भले ही पॉकेट मनी कितना भी हो, राइट। सो ये चाइल्डहुड से ये बातें हमारे अंदर सेट जो की जाती हैं, उनके बिलीफ को भी हम चेंज कर सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर माइंडसेट। और यू नो कि इवन इंडिविजुअल्स हु आर रेज्ड इन द सेम हाउसहोल्ड डू नॉट नेसेसरली हैव द सेम व्यूज अबाउट मनी। कुछ बच्चे मतलब यू नो कि जो मेरे ब्रदर इन लॉ के बच्चे हैं उनका कुछ माइंडसेट है, मेरे बच्चों का कुछ अलग माइंडसेट है। तो अपनी फैमिली, मेरी जॉइंट फैमिली में ही मैं बहुत अलग अलग माइंडसेट है मेरे पास सामने। So they are giving me you know कि that opportunity कि how can we build up the mindset with the relationship of money, right? So अगर बच्चों का कुछ गलत चला गया है मैसेज बचपन से कि इजीली प्रोवाइडेड है, ये तो हो जाएगा, इट्स ऑल राइट, कर लेंगे, पापा मम्मी भी इजीली कर रहे हैं सब कुछ ना, सो वो उसको भी चेंज कर सकते हैं। और जो वैल्यू करते हैं ना उनकी लाइफ में, हम सेविंग्स को इन्वेस्टमेंट को, सेविंग्स को भी हम उस इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं। सो दिस इज अप टू अस। सो आई थिंक कि बचपन से जो चीजें चली जाती हैं उनको चेंज करना भी बहुत इजी नहीं होता, बट हाँ हम कर सकते हैं, माइंडसेट के ऊपर है। सो आई थिंक इट कैन चेंज ओवर टाइम टू ड्यू टू सर्कमस्टेंसेस ऑल्सो। सर्कमस्टेंसेस कभी ऐसी होती है तो हम अपने हाथ खींच लेते हैं, नहीं करते हैं, वहां पे खर्चा नहीं करते हैं, रुक जाते हैं। सो दिस इज अप टू अस। इजीली प्रोवाइड होता है तो हम भी बहुत इजीली मनी को खर्च करते हैं, right? So these 3 tips I want to provide you all, that savings in and spending money and managing money. 3 tips are very important to understand and make that relationship with the money, right? So thank you so much, Jasmine.
Thank you, Dr. Yogita. It's really good to hear from you. And आपने एक अलग पर्सपेक्टिव रखा। हर्षा जी ने हमें बहुत ज्यादा गाइड किया। रेखा जी का पॉइंट था इन्वेस्टमेंट के ऊपर, आपने बजटिंग के ऊपर लेके गए। तो आई गेस अभी हमारे पास इन हाउस ही सारे फैक्टर्स आ गए, राइट हर्षा जी? आपने हमें 4 चीजों पर बोला था कि आप बताओ कहाँ पे कौन लाए होता है। तो वी हैव अ इन्वेस्टमेंट कैटेगरी, वी हैव अ बजटिंग कैटेगरी, सेविंग की कैटेगरी के लिए भी आई गेस कोई ना कोई अभी हमें मिल ही जाएगा इधर से। So really thank you, Dr. Yogita, for your show. And Ranjini ma'am, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I completely agree with all of you. Like जो भी हम सीखते हैं बचपन में, उसका बहुत बड़ा is the way we live our life, especially when it comes to area of money. For a long time, I was not at all aware कि I have this relationship with money. I think maybe in my 30s, early 30s or mid 30s तक भी मुझे इसका I had no idea कि there is a relationship which is built in the childhood. But when I started investing in personal development, I could really go deep down and see कि those small layers of boundaries are set around money, how you speak about money. मेरे घर में काफी चलता है मेरा पैसा तेरा पैसा, like my both parents were earning, so it really mattered कि किसके अकाउंट से पैसा जा रहा है right? So then so there are a lot of things, like, so I was aware कि what kind of conversations I am giving to my children, but that time my children are very young जब मैं ये distinguish कर पाई. And then I'm very conscious कि मैं, for example, मेरा बेटा, when we were driving, he was telling 1 crore में विला मिल रहा है मम्मी. So I said, okay, fine, we will think about it, we can buy. And at the same time, when my mother was there, she would say, why are you asking your mother? You earn and buy that house, right? So it's a complete shift of mindset. I could clearly see where the conversation is coming from. So I don't know what my son has taken it, but I'm very conscious about how I speak about money to my children. So thank you for sharing, Yogita.
यहाँ पे मैं एक चीज और ऐड करूंगी। रंजनी मैम, लाइक मैं किसी से बात करी, शी वाज लाइक वेरी एल्डर टू मी एंड शी सेइंग कि मैं अपने किड्स को कैसे हैंडल करती हूँ। हम लोग को याद है, आप सब लोग बचपन में सुना होगा, पैसे पेड़ पे नहीं उगते। उन्होंने बच्चों का माइंडसेट चेंज कर दिया आपने कि वो मनी के साथ इतना क्लोज रिलेशन रखे थे, पैसे ना पेड़ पे उगते हैं। सो नाउ द पीपल सेड कि उनको डर नहीं लगता, दे आर वैल्यूइंग मनी एज वेल, बट दे हैव नो फियर कि हम लोग पैसा हमारे पास आएगा कि नहीं आएगा। सो एक वो फियर काइंड ऑफ thing भी they have, like वो कहते हैं कि हमने अपने बच्चों के अंदर से निकाल दिए. Now they are friendly with their relationship, having a friend relationship with the money. So I guess this is also a great thing. So let's go to our last speaker, Lakshmi ma'am. Lakshmi ma'am, we have a warm welcome you. Please, stage is yours now. You are muted, ma'am.
Don't know, again I became mute. Yeah. Thank you so much for adding me in this panel, Jasmine. Really, I am happy to see Ma'am Rajini ma'am and Harsha and Rekha who spoke today. Really, it's overwhelming for me. And I am joining in this journey as I am a money maker now. I have become a money maker after the year, at the age of 55, I have joined in a job. Hello. Actually, no, my children are settled down and I have got 3 grandchildren now, taking care of them, taking care of my entire family. Me and my husband lives alone and they both are my son and son's daughter-in-law, and see all my family members are nearby, in and around. So no, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मैं कुछ कमा रही हूँ. आजकल मैंने एक बिजनेस लिया है कि LIC का एजेंट हूँ मैं. It's a part-time job. It's really, I am creating, when I give the introduction in the family, in the crowd or in the family gathering, I tell them that I am helping people to save their money for their future. Really, I am surprised that how could I evolve this much? Because abhi maine piche mudke dekha hai to, when I was growing, I was a housewife. 20 years mein marriage hai, bank manager ka job hai, husband ka. So every 3 years we move around to state to state to state. Once kabhi Tamil Nadu mein, kabhi UP mein, kabhi MP mein, kabhi Mumbai mein, kabhi Delhi mein. अभी लास्ट में हम चेन्नई में आके पहुंचे हैं 20 years 30 years के सर्विस के बाद. तो मेरे को लगा कि अब में कुछ है जो when my husband was earning, no, I tell him that I will budget. I will take care of my entire family's expenses. So I asked him to transfer somewhat money which is required for the family expenses to my account. I was not an earning member, but I have money in my bank account. That gives you confidence. कि मैं अभी आपसे पूछूंगी नहीं 1 महीने तक. 1 month for my expenses, I will be taking money from him in my account, and I used to manage the household like school fees है और कई इधर उधर छोटे-छोटे expenses है, food for the family and all these things, EMIs, BMIs. Then I came to know after my children's marriage, I have got some capacity to over money. That is why now my daughter is a doctor now. We being coming from a middle class family and every 3 years transfer for you, getting a transferable job. See, if I could have happily making all these things, my children are now earning a very grand. My daughter is a gynecologist. My son is working in a media giving cricket commentary, and my husband is a retired bank manager. He's getting his pension. Everything is set. But I want to, in my thinking, no, I thought I could not, I didn't do anything in my life. I have accomplished all these things, but it does not belong to me. That was an empty space in my mind. So I thought I should start earning now. I have energy, I have physical energy, mental, emotional, everything. Only financial energy is lacking now. So why don't I start something doing? So chote idhar udhar se. Then I started my journey. And 5 years back, I started my journey when I was 55. Now I am 60. I'm making a good money. And as they said, no, the leadership, the self-leadership is the first point which I started learning. How to lead myself, how to lead my life without the interference of limitations. We have a lot of limitations in our life. So that freedom, no, you have to gain the freedom somehow. I don't know how I managed to come out of that. I overcame some of the limitations, and I am managing with the family relationship is very good. And now my children are being proud of me as my mother is earning somewhat she can do now. So the support comes from all over from everywhere, because I understand as she said, no, you have to understand the relationship with the money. So I love money. I enjoy spending money. I enjoy helping the people, and I enjoy mostly earning. When you earn money, जब आप old age में क्या होता है ना? When you depending upon your husband or your children, like emotionally we become upset. Oh, abhi mere ko ye karna chahiye tha, I don't have money. That thought should not come. Now we are spending enough. We are comfortable. We are in a comfortable position because I also start earning, adding the financial budget for my family. That gives me immense pleasure, and to share with all the women that we have all the energy inside, hidden inside us. Just we have to bring it out. उसको वो बाहर में लेके आना चाहिए. For that you need a mentor or you need a help, like what Rajni ji is doing now. She's doing a wonderful job. I could not attend her workshop on that day. I think next time I will be joining her. Really, and I give speeches. I'm going to colleges. I'm creating awareness about savings. So, मतलब old age में dependent नहीं रहना है. So that old age homes will be, even though if you go to the old age home, you be there separately and managing with your own money and your own time. So being independent and being financially free is the should be the motto of everyone's life. That's what I feel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
please.
much. You inspired the entire room, ma'am. And I'm really moved by what you said. And I think this was बहुत अच्छा, like Jasmine, I'm really happy you invited ma'am here. And at this age, you are earning, and we are so proud of you. We are so proud of you.
I'm adding value to myself, first of all. Not the family, it is there. Family people are earning. I'm adding value to myself. When we become happy, we spread that what is inside us. जैसे जो बर्तन में होगा वही बाहर आएगा ना. So what is inside me, it's coming out. That's what. I didn't prepare any speech or anything. I go to colleges. I really go to colleges and inspire take permission from the principals, and I create awareness about the savings. That is what I am doing in my every day. I meet 10. Today also I met a housewife, and she's telling I'm just paying 10,000 rupees. I said, madam, you know your value. You are a housewife. Housewives are the biggest backbones of the family. And we women are the backbone of the entire country, as she represented. Really, being a woman, you have to be proud of your power, your energy, and everything. Yes. See, all the helpers we get at our home, they're also women. Because of them only we can really for them also I am creating some savings. For the biggest crorepati also I am creating some savings. I'm just speaking about savings for your future. पेंशन आना चाहिए. 1 तारीख होएगा तो आपके अकाउंट में पैसे आना चाहिए. बस उसके लिए आप इंतजाम करो. You do something on your just उसका सेविंग्स का मैं प्लान करके देती हूँ उनको. I am a pension specialist. I call myself a pension specialist. Thank you. Thanks.
So lovely. I guess Rekha also want to add something, and मेरे को सब speakers को invite करती हूँ. Please unmute yourself and let's have a round of applause for Lakshmi ma'am, because she's a big inspiration for all of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Like appreciate, in few words, Lakshmi ji, your conversation was like icing on the cake. And if icing on the cake is not there, you're missing something in life.
Yes.
Right? You have created so much of value through your conversation. I was amazed to listen to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
you know what?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate you. You know what you said, that you were earning money at the age of 55. You started that journey. That was like biggest inspiration. You're like, it's never too late. You can start any moment. So that was one key message from you. And there's a second key message you created is like, खुद को lead करना आना चाहिए. You're trying to, so this is again, Jasmine, at the beginning of the talk when we were talking of control, कुछ control नहीं करना है, खुद को lead करना आना चाहिए. And then, and then how beautifully with love when you are doing this, your family is happy, you spread this. You live longer, your family lives longer, your country lives longer, your country thrives. So this is how just the whole message spreads. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for
so
spreading that.
much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Your
I
loving
guess
energy is spreading in the panel.
Yes. And
Heartily appreciate
as
you.
you people have written a book, no, I am writing a book called If Money Speaks to Me.
Wow.
I have matters written on my diary. It's a lot of things I am writing. Oh, now I think maybe in the next 6 months, no, my book will be published. It will be get ready very soon and it will be published regarding money only. My topic is money, which is required, no, from birth to death, no, till you go to the graveyard, you need money. And we say that what we leave is different, what we create is different. Jo bhi, koi bhi, when we leave the world, we leave just our properties and all. But our savings only, no, we hand over it to the liquid cash. Liquidity has more power. That I make the people understand now. Now, I am associated with a training institution from Mumbai. I learn and then I deliver. I learn and deliver. That's all. I don't keep it for myself. I deliver it. Yeah, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank
I
you for
guess
the
अगर आप
appreciation.
इस एज में लर्न कर सकते हो ना, ये हम सब के लिए सबसे बड़ी इंस्पिरेशन है कि we should not stop learning.
Yes. Because life never stops teaching you. Life never stops teaching. So you should learn. That's all.
और मैं इस वीडियो में से पूरी मीटिंग में से आपका इंटरव्यू क्या कहते हैं हर जगह पे वायरल करने वाली हूँ बिकॉज आई नो बिकॉज यू आर द बिगेस्ट एंड स्पेशली मैं अपने मॉम और ग्रैनी को ये दिखाने वाली हूँ इफ शी कैन डू इट यू कैन आल्सो डू इट सो यू आर द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल फॉर एवरीवन ऑफ अस सो थैंक यू सो मच वी आर रियली ब्लेस्ड टू हैव यू in as a panelist. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Over
so
to you,
much.
Ranjini, ma'am.
I think we had an amazing time together, and I think everybody, all the points were touched जो हर्षा ने शुरू किए थे. Savings की भी बात हुई, budgeting की बात हुई, investment की बात हुई, and most importantly earning की भी बात हुई. And I think this conversation gives power to all the listeners, and especially women. And as everybody agreed, there's no age to start. It's never too late. And you can we are always if we look at our life as lifelong learners, we can do much better for ourselves and others. So thank you, Harsha, thank you, Lakshmi ma'am, thank you, Rekha and Dr. Yogita for sharing. And Jasmine, if you want, you can share the topic of the next month, and we are good to close. And if you want to invite the listeners in the room, if they want to share anything before we close.
Yes, we will definitely invite listeners. अगर किसी को कुछ share करना है इस topic पे, they can really do it. So the stage is yours.
You can raise your digital hands if you wish to share. Otherwise, our meeting is complete. And we will come back next month with a new topic. I think there's no one to share. So we will come back with another topic to empower women. We chose financial planning because this is the start of the financial year. And we all are investing some time in doing that for the next year. So I hope this session inspires and empowers women around.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the
everyone.
contribution. Take
Yeah,
care.
thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Have a great time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.